But first, a new segment. I have been reading a bit of our old favorites. First, the classic, progressive satire from The Onion, but also their counterpart, the conservatives over at the Babylon Bee. And what I realized recently is that as part of the realignment, de-alignment, like who even can keep track of what's going on with politics, I realized that if I didn't know where headlines were coming from, I couldn't tell anymore. Like I used to be able to tell that the Babylon Bee was the Babylon Bee, and they've started putting out some headlines that I'm like, The Onion could have written that, which then makes me think, what do the writers at the Babylon Bee think satire is? Which is sort of, it's a fundamental question we've been having for a long time, like very much questioning, like, do they understand what jokes they're making? I'm not sure they do, but they've taken a pivot in a way that I'm like, no, they've really completely lost it. So I came up with a new game. It's the segment where we analyze the state of satire. It sucks all the fun out of the humor, but I've turned it into a game, so maybe that's more fun. So welcome to Satire Showdown.
Okay, but the catchy jingle.
Satire Showdown, it's time to play. Can you tell the difference every single day? Onion or bee, which one is the test? Laugh and learn and do your best.
Are we turning into like a music podcast?
God.
So for some reason, I came up with the idea for this game like a week ago, and I came up with the idea to make a song for it 10 minutes before we started recording.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
So we're just going to dive right in. I'm going to give each of you a headline, and you're going to see if you can tell if it's from The Onion or from the Babylon Bee. In no particular order, Amanda, we'll start with you.
Okay.
The headline is, Trump says recession unfortunate but necessary step to get to depression.
I mean, yeah, I guess that would be The Onion, but yeah, that's my guess.
You are correct. That was The Onion. I feel like that was sort of, well, I won't give anything away. Deon, I guess we'll just go in the order in which you all say hello. The next headline is, checkmate, Trump hits Canada with tariff of double infinity plus one.
That sounds like the Babylon Bee.
It is the Babylon Bee. What do you think the satire
Checkmate.
is there?
No, checkmate. That's the satire. They just use the word checkmate.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know if the writers of the Babylon Bee also think that the tariff trade war is bad and stupid and they're mocking it, or like I can't quite follow the thread, but maybe checkmate is just a funny word.
That's where I'm going with.
Okay.
Well, I was like, definitely the infinity plus one. It's like a kid comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not satire.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
just propaganda.
Yeah. All right. Erin, headline for you. Russia says it will agree to ceasefire as soon as it's done conquering Ukraine.
Of course, I want to say The Onion because it actually doesn't sound childish. Ugh. All right, I'm going The Onion.
That was also the Babylon Bee.
Ah, damn.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they doing over there?
So
don't
now
know.
that one, I got Deon's and Amanda's. That one, I can't even
tough.
guess. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Maybe they think it's stupid that they would have to even pretend to do a ceasefire because they're like, obviously Russia should win. So why should they do a ceasefire?
Yeah.
It's as good a guess as any. Yeah. Mostly for fun. One more round for each of you. Amanda, J.D. Vance's French horn solo booed at Kennedy Center.
Oh God, I hope that's the Onion.
Yeah, that was the Onion.
Because it was funny.
Well, yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, mine still wasn't badly written. It just isn't the satire that I would assume they were going for.
Erin's gonna be thinking about this for days.
I know. It's going to live in my thoughts rant free.
All right. This one is, like, granted, almost impossible to do over audio, but we're doing it anyway. So, Deon, the headline is disturbing. If you remove the O in Obama and replace the B with an S and the M with a T and add an N at the end, it spells Satan.
I'm going to go with the B again.
It is the B because the Onion wouldn't write something that
It's so
clunky.
convoluted. Yeah.
It's super convoluted, but the satire is
joke is-
clearly anti-conspiracy theory, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which they're all on
No.
board with
No,
most of the time.
I think they're just saying Obama's Satan, and it's very straightforward
And
and not satire.
And the funny part is we're making a funny conspiracy out of it, but actually he's just Satan.
Yeah.
Or funny, I've used that in air quotes, obviously.
right. Yeah. So the article goes on to say, we knew Barack Obama was the worst, but this disturbing new revelation just proves it. And then goes on from there.
That is
So, like,
Is this from this year?
this is from like this week.
super relevant, obviously.
I just saw them. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a sleeper agent over there?
I don't know.
9 years ago, he was president. And he's been a Netflix producer ever since. Like, what?
To me, the satire, being a liberal listening to it, like, I would be like, oh, they're like making a point at the effort in which to villainize and blame Obama is like being executed on. But
Right.
it's Babylon B, so
I kind of wonder if they're just writing things that they think will reach more broadly to like
Maybe.
try to pull people into the fold. I don't know if
So-
they're that thoughtful. It's hard to know.
we're giving more thought than they did.
SEO satire.
Right, SEO satire, yeah.
All right, Erin, you get the last one. RFK Jr. claims measles can be cured with a good concealer.
Amanda laughed.
Amanda laughed.
Duh.
I'm afraid to
Careful.
go the Onion though. I've already got one wrong. Oh no, my competitiveness.
So much pressure.
I don't know. I'm still gonna go with the Onion because even if I'm wrong, it proves the point.
Yeah, you are correct. That was the Onion.
Okay, shoot.
And you can tell because we laughed.
I mean, it might as well be concealer. That's the funny part.
Not too
Right.
much of a stretch. Yeah.
Vitamin A or concealer do about the same when it comes to measles.